What is going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in today. We bringing it back to everyone. This is your boy DJ B Berry. Got the whole squad in here today. Minus one as always. Never had a fool. Could never had a fool.
Minus one as
So
always.
today we, so today we switched out War Bandit. We got the homie Quiet Storm in the building. Go ahead and say something for the people.
Yeah, I'm back. Let's get it. Probably
Cool,
gonna
cool.
connect
Okay.
November next time, but I'm here.
Oh, oh.
Don't be gone to November. What
This
would you
man
do
hit you
if your
with that.
son was at home? Oh man,
Uh,
what we doing
so
today, Barry?
Today we're about to talk about them early days. Before I get into that though, today's broadcast is brought to you by Dial Up. Because if you've never needed
Nice.
to be on the internet anytime like right now and somebody on the phone in the back room and you can't get on to watch your show, Dial Up is here for you.
You can watch shows on 56K.
Yeah, it's called YouTube. Early days. Cat
They
videos.
that all right,
I don't want to bring up those horrible memories of AOL Messenger.
oh, bruh.
So today we are talking about them early days. Since we 80s babies, we were definitely around for the beginnings of time. And by beginnings of time, we are definitely talking about the beginning of internet.
He said the beginning of time. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn,
that's
right.
That's
Old
time
as
for
a
you
mug out
90s
here.
and 2000 children.
hey, look, that's
Right.
what I'm saying. These 2000 children don't know struggles.
Oh, they don't know, bro. They didn't have the smartphone
Struggles.
internet out there. You literally had the monitor with the fat back,
Oh God, not the fatback monitor. Like you
the
knew it was
fat back.
if
The
you had to
fat back.
move your computer around and your parents called you in to help, you were like, "Yo, let me take this tower. Let me help you with the desk." You was not trying to carry the monitor. You wasn't
You
trying
can
to carry
carry
the
the whole
printer
computer by
extra.
yourself now.
Yeah, now, yeah, now you can just
this
carry the whole
is
computer by yourself and be like,
this struggle where you had the fat back floor model that was like the
"Ooh,
size of the fucking living room itself.
Bro.
And they used to always come, hey, can you and your dad come help us move? I'm like,
You be
oh
like,
my
we need more
God.
than you and your dad, bro.
Right.
Man, I remember. You remember getting them AOL discs in the mail or at the counter when you went to check out, bro. I remember the first
bruh."
time, man. It was AOL 2.0. My old dude got a disc. He's like, cause we had a computer or whatever. He got the disc. He put that mug. He put that mug in, installed it. I was sitting there like dumbfounded, like, what is he doing?
Oh,
You know, he got that. He got that up and running. He told me we had the internet, and like we had been. I had been going to my neighbor's crib because he was one of them bougie white kids, so he had the internet already when we had moved out to the county. So
Right.
I had went over there and looked up cheat codes and all that stuff, and like I remember going over there one day and he's like, did you know you can see Tomb Raider nude? I was like, oh. What the fuck? I'm like, bro, what is going on? I'm like, bro, what is the internet? What is this? But I remember that
bruh,
first day we got that installed, man. My dad made a screen name and all that. Then you find out we can make our own. I'm like, what was y'all
uh,
first screen names? Y'all remember that?
honestly,
Ooh.
we gonna date myself here because I had two screen names because I was rocking both. That the MSN name was Dragon Ball Z GT48. One of the longest
Look at Williams
emails I
does
didn't
not laugh.
get. Yeah, one of the oldest things. Like honestly, since then I have been rocking that. So about the age of 13, 14, I didn't had that Hotmail email.
Oh, bro, I still
N-
got my Hotmail.
Now, the other one that I used more often was my Yahoo, which was just my name 14 at Yahoo.
No
Yeah,
creativity.
no creativity at all, sir. My name 14 because I was 14 at the time at Yahoo. That's it.
Man, I was my name was pure ego and arrogance. My Yahoo name was STL Pretty Boy 85. So, and
I
I
remember
was
that.
and
I
I
remember
got
that too.
as I became older, I used to go to my physician. She like the family physician, And one day she was like, all right, doing a regular checkup. She was like, fill out the form of paperwork. She was like, all right, put your email down. I was like, oh, man, I got to write this down.
At AOL.
Right. I wrote that down. Man. She looked at me and she was like, she like a mother figure too. She was like, what the hell you got? Is this your email? I was like, I'm going to change it, man. I'm going to change it.
Man, I'm going to change it one day. Man, I remember when I first started, I was sitting there trying to think. I was like, man, what do I want to make this? Cause my dad had made his company name or whatever. And I was like, man, what do I want to make mine? So I was just sitting there thinking. I'm like, man, I don't even know what to do. I was like, so I put a whole bunch of random letters together. And I was just like, I got to try to develop a personality on here. So I just started putting, I just wrote it down, like some random letters. I'm like, I'll change it later. I just wanted to use the internet. I was like,
he's like, fuck it, just let me get on the internet.
Right. So let me get on these interwebs. So I remember like I started playing Warcraft 2. It was a AOL game. Like, well, they had an AOL version. It was that you had to pay per minute you played. And I started playing. Yeah, it was nasty, bro. I had a $400 bill one time, and I made my dad think it's because he downloaded some porn.
Are you serious, bro? Two pop for the bust like
he was like, what is this bill? It's $400. I was like, man, say something about some adult website somewhere. No, I saw it, man. I felt bad though, but no, I ended up being ignorant nigga and made my first real screen name was when I was playing Warcraft. I was in this clan called No Limit Killers. It was like NLKs. That's when No Limit was the stuff back in the day. So it was a dude named Mystical in our clan, me and him, and there was another dude named Freshness, and all three of us was real cool. And there was another dude named his name was Crip Killer. So I just made mine. I put Big Blood. So my name was NLK Big Blood, and that was my first screen name for a long time. And then it just turned into just Blood, like whatever our clan tag was with Blood at the end. And then I ended up, matter of fact, your cousin, me and him came up with these handles, and like mine was Sniper and he was Crucial. So mine was Sniper STL and his name was Crucial STL. So that was like after we got rid of the blood thing when I stopped.
I was like, I never heard this story before.
When I stopped being a nigga. And then we had I remember I had Sniper for the longest, but then we started playing I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what game it was. Matter of fact, no, it was Halo. We started playing Halo down the line, and we had the AOL Instant Messenger, and my name was we had the Dat Boy clan. You remember my screen name was Dat Boy Gangster?
That boy
You remember that? And then and Coops was Dat Boy Serious. And we, like everybody was Dat Boy something. And like
I wonder if I ran across one of y'all. Playing online. Yeah, bro, I feel like I ran across.
Yeah, we was on that mug hard, but I showed, man. What was like? What websites did y'all go to back then? Back in the 56K beginning of time days.
Man, you gotta go to Black Planet off the real. Black Planet.
No, I didn't.
No. Of course you didn't, Barry.
And what else? And rap video auditions. Hey, keep it real. That's it, bro.
I mean, at that point in time, you could have just watched BET Uncut after 10 o'clock.
Hey, Uncut wasn't a thing yet, bro. That came out in high school.
Right. Oh, it didn't? Uncut had been out there.
How you know?
Because I was watching it on TV. Hey, I'm just saying, honestly, all I ever used the internet for was just to download cheat codes and then play some video games.
That's how I was at first until I discovered like that you could actually play games on the internet. Yeah, I was like, because I had played like Roller Coaster Tycoon and The Sims and everything. Not The Sims, I don't even think that was out yet. But Solitaire, of course, and like some of the little other. Yeah, some of the little other games, man. I remember those was out, but then when I found out you could like literally play with other people on on the PC, I was like, man, I was Warcraft 2 heavy, man. Like I think I spent I spent thousands of hours on that game, man. And
I
then
was Age of Empires, extreme heavy in CC.
yeah,
See, I'm
and
a late bloom on that. I used to go to the store and like procure GamePro magazines.
tips and tricks.
Right. I used to just slide them on out.
Right.
You know, the store.
You just
selling
reading them out the door
magazines.
like you came in with it. Oh, that's nice.
In line.
I had this when I walked in the door.
Exactly. My mother like, where the hell you get that magazine from?
I had this the whole time, Ma.
And my prize collection was when they did the Mortal Kombat trilogy edition, and that damn GamePro magazine was like that thick, and it had every single character, all the
fatalities,
fatalities, first of everything. I was like, I found the Holy Grail. I felt like Indiana Jones.
Bruh.
This man said I got the whole thing cracking.
I'm trying to remember, man. I started. I'm trying to remember what I used to frequent on the internet back then, bro. That was so long ago.
Oh God, you ain't lying. Like trying to honestly remember stuff, like just going through. So I was heavy on game FAQs and game winners.
Yeah.
So and then reading the comments along with whatever you trying to look up, see what other people had a problem with. Like I was honestly just a kid doing research on how to beat a game.
You look like a kid to do research.
Hey,
research ass.
You're a librarian at no.
Library nerd ass. Like, yeah. I wanted to win.
I'm trying to remember. I used to do I remember Coke Music. It was like a website that you buy Coca-Cola and you had the little cap, and then underneath the cap you got points for that, and you had to make a little DJ, and you had to make a room, and then like you meet people in there, and you can go to your room and party or whatever. Do you remember that, Barry?
I remember the beginning part of that. Yeah. I didn't go nowhere else after that.
Yeah, bro. Like I remember that. I used to do that hard, bro. Was drinking all Coca-Cola, and I hated Coca-Cola when I was a kid, man. I used to just buy it though because I wanted the points.
I wanted the points, and I wanted that new outfit.
You get the points, and you go online, and I got like a room everybody meet up in, and what?
It was like you made this little dude. It was like a avatar. Or whatever. Yeah, like a little avatar, and it looked like it was just a little small little dude. You could give him clothes and hair and stuff like that. And then everybody got a room, it was just like a little square room, and then you could put furniture in it and everything. And then like you could go out into the town, like the town, and people got to take turns DJing because they gave you these little sound bars that you could put together to make beats. And all like most of them sounded the same because it was only just a few little samples. Mm-hmm. But you had to go up there and DJ, and then they'll vote and say if it was good or not, and then you get like points for that too. But then you can make friends because, like, when you talk to people, the little voice bubble popped up at the top. Okay. When you type, and then you meet friends, like, hey, come back to the spot or whatever, and then you go in there, go back in your room, and then when you got points, you could expand your room and stuff like that. Well, they used to be fun, man. I got addicted to that, and I started buying soda too much, and I was like,
seems
like, bro, they know how to get these kids with the soda.
Back in the day, they didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember, I used to get I went on the interweb like that. Yeah, I was more advanced than I was. I used to get like demos for my PlayStation and PlayStation 2, little demos. They used to send out like subscriptions. Like
I remember those.
They got different
EGM, Electronic Gaming Monthly or whatever they used to
have. Oh God, not Electronic Gaming. I miss EG.
Matter of fact, watch, I got a
this man pulling out stuff. Oh, hey, but we all leery of these surprises now.
Oh, my surprises! Look, I got it at the ready. Look at it.
Oh, see, you got the Metal Gear Solid. Then Storm pulled out the Metal Gear disc.
Well, not the Metal Gear disc.
And they got the PlayStation demos. All right, bro, you went back. Storm is over here pulling out PlayStation demos and old school PS1 games and the Siphon Filter. Oh, bro. And that's going to segue into the next part, too. Like, the very first game I played online on console was Siphon Filter, the Omega Strain. That was the very first game I played online. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like me and Storm's cousin, actually, we both had that. I remember we went to the Galleria and bought them little network adapters for the PS2s, them big fat things that went on the back.
Oh God, not those.
Like, cause we like, you had to have a DSL. I remember my old dude. My old dude had he was managing his corner store chain for a little while, and I remember in his office he had first got DSL in his office, and I had went in there one day, and I sat down. I was like, man, bro, these pictures and images are loading super fast, and I mean it was like 768K. 1 megabit a second, and I thought it was blazing fast, and I'm like, bruh. So I was like, man, we need to get this at home, bro. That mug said it was $85 a month.
Ooh.
I was like, nope. But then I remember I started working at FedEx when I was 18 and I was 19, and then I ended up paying for it myself because we had the phone line and the DSL because you could do both at the same time with that little remember that little thing you had to plug into the phone line that looked like a tadpole? It was like,
yeah,
and it had the two, and then one side had the DSL and the other side had the phone, so you had to plug them in at the same time, and then because that eliminated that problem with people picking up the phone, kicking you off the internet on that 56K.
Yeah,
I remember I got the internet, bro. I remember getting that. And then I found out you could hook the PlayStation 2 up online with that adapter. So your cousin, he ended up going to get one too because he had started paying for his DSL. And then we was playing Siphon Filter online. And then I was playing that. And then I started playing Resident Evil Outbreak, which is a game they need to revive because that game was actually pretty dope. Yeah. And then from there, I went to Monster Hunter, the very first one. And that's my favorite gaming time. That and Halo 2, I was playing those at the same time online. Was it Halo? Yeah, it was Halo 2. But man, those are the good days, bro. That was when people weren't that good.
But y'all know about this game right here.
Yeah, the good days of
Parasite Eve.
The internet before everything was.
So I'm waiting on the remake of Parasite Eve, and I am going to do a solo podcast about that because that was my stuff. Silent Hill.
Oh God, I hated that game. Hated that game with a passion.
I got classics over here.
I see. This man said he got classics on deck.
What about you? What was y'all first online gaming experiences on the console?
Console
I
online.
gotta think about that.
I guess my first online gaming experience on the console would be playing whatever was available for online on the original Xbox.
What was that? Halo 2, Brute Force.
Yeah, like Halo 2.
Fusion Frenzy.
So no, Fusion Frenzy 2. I've never
Frenzy
played.
That wasn't online. That was
that was always couch play. So Halo 2 will probably be the first. Then I think playing with people on Call of Duty Finest Hour or Medal of Honor, whatever it was. And then I think Battlefield Bad Company was on Xbox, but I'm not sure anymore. Like I can't remember.
That sounds about right. I think that's about right.
That's like trying to remember the whole inclination of between Xbox and then Xbox 360, where it was just that online console.
Mm-hmm.
Midnight Club Dub Edition.
I think yours might have been Call of Duty with me.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty at Steamo.
Mm-hmm.
Consistent online play.
Oh yeah,
that was fun.
You said Dub Edition.
Oh yeah, sir. I was heavy playing Dub Edition.
Yeah.
Like honestly, that's where my gamer tag is. That's where my gamer tag came from. Is playing Midnight Club Dub Edition.
Hey, that was my game too. I had the
Yep.
Yeah, I was running with one of the car clubs on there.
I definitely remember playing that online. So all my squad had sky blue Escalades.
Okay. Man, I don't know.
Mine was red because I don't do sky blue. I was always the one that did the opposite of everybody else.
Yeah.
I remember,
what else did I play? I mean, honestly, I just have the fondest memories of playing Dub Edition and Rainbow Six Vegas, or the two heaviest games I was playing that had online features. Be glitching with the 300C, put it on two wheels and double push.
Now, could this technically be considered online, even though all the games was probably just single player. I'm stretching, throwing a Hail Mary, but I had the Sega channel back in the day.
Oh, that counts as online to me, kind of, or streaming. That counts as
Yeah,
streaming, like,
it's
because that was
straight.
definitely the first.
So I had
That
the
was
Sega
definitely,
channel when I was younger. First game I
bruh,
played was Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu. See,
Ooh,
and see that's what a lot of the kids they'll never know about the
Pack
Sega
food
channel,
though.
because I mean, like, now they basically got they got streaming anyway. So, well, Sega was streaming before streaming was streaming.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
like
and
all
I
the
was
stuff
but
back in the day was before it, like extremely before its time. Like we got
hmm
a Sega channel. This is when the Machima channel was starting to take stride and everything. IGN
yep.
starting to try to take stride. And then we had our beloved G4 TV, which gave you all of your gaming news, but also your technology news. Like I was heavy in watching G4. I know it's a random segue. G4 and watching BattleBots, and then wishing I
Oh, Battle Bots was the stuff, yeah.
take the time out to build a robot to do that kind of stuff, because that's what you wanted to do as a kid. You wanted to build a robot.
yeah, man, those was classic moments back in the day. But yeah, like I say, it's considered streaming, so I had
I
that.
give you the streaming.
But and two, I remember when I first got it because at first we had the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Mortal Kombat player. The Super Nintendo they had a blood and stuff, and
Oh
the Super
yeah,
Nintendo was more like for the family
family. Yeah.
entertainment. Sega was straight
Hmm.
killing. And I got that Sega. My mom was like, "Why you want a Sega? You got Super Nintendo?" I was like, because certain games on there that
Right,
I
there's
can
there's
play."
games that are not available in blood. I mean,
Man, he seen me play some of them
Certain
Sega
things.
games. He was like, "Oh, so you gonna talk me to getting you this?" I'm like, "Oh, I got it
yeah,
now."
Eternal Champions was
Right.
bro. That's
Yeah.
man.
Man.
I remember that.
WWF.
Bro, back the arcade game. That was my stuff. No,
X-Men
like
game.
I remember back when, like, when on the PS2, like they, of course they weren't advanced enough to have like party chats and none of that stuff. I
Mhm.
remember playing the Siphon Filter game. You had to hold left on the D-pad to activate your microphone, and like it sounded like an actual radio. It had a little radio click and everything, which
Mhm.
was kind of dope, back then. But I was sitting there thinking about that. I was like, man, games are so much easier now because you could talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can. I was just thinking, when I was talking about bringing back Resident Evil Outbreak, the thing about Outbreak that made it dope was that you couldn't talk to people. Like, you had to use the in game talking, because like you could tell people to go this way, or
Yeah, like up,
like,
down, left,
yeah,
back. Yeah. Yeah.
but I think that game would be too easy now because you got split up so simply on that game because you couldn't talk to each other. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
like
Okay.
I think that's what made that game fun, because like you get on the elevator and you pick the floor, but they pick a different floor, and you be like, where'd they go? So then you get back on the elevator trying to find them. They did the same thing, and then you don't find each other, and then you get attacked by Thanatos. It's like,
Like what
so
happened?
right, Thanatos. So man, that's the days I miss. But all right, Barry was talking about ASL before we got on this, man. That's the thing, since we're talking about the
Or are
vintage
we trying
days
to?
of the
Are
internet.
we really trying to take it that far right now, though?
We have to. We gotta. We can't deviate.
Ugh,
So
this man talk about the past.
the ASL, man.
Be up
It's
in.
explain to the children what ASL is, because
I
a lot of
mean,
them have never heard that before.
honestly, I forgot where. I think in this year of 2020, in the time frame, we've had multiple conversations of kids not knowing what ASL is, like the lingo
Yeah.
from back in the day.
hmm
And we over here talking about age, sex, and location.
Mhm.
Because if you was in the chat rooms in the early
The
90s,
ASL hit.
ASL was hitting. Like if
Yep.
you saw
ASL
female
check.
20, 21, 22 over in SD, San Diego,
Yep.
South Dakota, you was like, yeah, let me hop on that.
Right, bro.
Like now, like you thinking about it, it's like, man, like we was I can't say perverted, but man, we was some horny dudes back in the day.
Hey.
Hopping in them chat rooms like, hey,
But that was
Hey,
the first thing they did. As soon as you came in the chat room, they were like ASL. And, they'd be like,
ASL.
and then I remember I asked some of the young folks that's in our Discord what ASL was, and all of them said American Sign Language, and I just laughed. I was like, bruh, because I know that's what it is now, but
Yeah,
that's not
now-
what it means to us.
ASL, what? Bro, you know who I am. Why
They
you
like
like
they used to kill me. As soon as you popped up in the chat room, they'd be like, "Hey, hey,
ASL?
blood, hey, big blood, ASL." Like,
Hey, big blood.
Hey, look, and if you was hip to it, you only dropped like the first part of that, which
Uh-huh.
was male, because
Right.
you already got to figured another male was
Exactly.
asking you, male.
and then you
That
you had
SL,
the,
whoa,
what as soon as dudes saw that F in the middle,
oh yeah,
Ding, 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 ding.
the DMs went nuts,
Ah.
or the instant, or the direct messages went nuts, bro. They
Ah,
like,
yeah.
bro, them, and that was one of the things. Like when I used to get in the chat rooms, man, I used to go on the ones like, cause you remember AOL had the subject specific ones. Remember,
Yes, they
like you
did.
could go, yeah. I used to
Them
go on
and
like, the
Yahoo.
video game, yeah. But see, I didn't mess with Yahoo because I was like, I don't remember. I think my dad he was the one who used Yahoo, and I remember him getting a lot of viruses on our computer. So I had always thought they was coming like directly through Yahoo.
Yahoo. Nah,
Yeah, so I
I
was
mean
like, I ain't
it
messing with it.
was essentially, but not
I was
really.
like, I ain't messing with it. But I remember, the AOL, like the first one I found was it was when Twisted Metal 2 had came out. I
Twisted
think.
Metal.
Yeah,
Sweet
and
tooth.
like love that game, man.
Who didn't?
Uh,
I like Vigilante
my,
Game.
Cause you a bum, but
Yeah.
cause you eat bags of sand. No, but I remember going in that room because I was like, trying to learn like little tips or whatever, and they had this little group where you was like they call you. So you know how everybody calling each other stands now on like social media. They be like, I'm a Black Panther stan. Have you all heard people saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it basically, you know what stan means. I know, because Eminem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so basically they say stan instead of fan.
Yeah.
So I remember they had, back in the day, it was like, we ain't had it stan, but that's just the way that it works now. But we had like these little groups in them chat rooms, like whoever your main character was, like, we call them mains now. You're like, I'm a
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm a whatever main or whatever, but we had like it was just fan or whatever. So I was a Spectre, and Roadkill was my two favorite people. The Spectre, bruh, he had that fast car with the ghost missile. You remember that? And I remember that was my first time. And then like we had a little side group where everybody just got cool or whatever. But I don't even remember meeting that many people online back then that I actually still talk to now. It's like two people that I like at least talked to up until college when I was on Facebook. I had kind of like we had found each other, and actually it was funny because one of them lived next door to me, in Newhall.
Jeez.
I'm not gonna say her name, but I think Jay remembers who I'm talking about.
Let's say off camera.
Yeah.
But
no,
conversation.
bro, that was funny, man. It's like I actually met her in a St. Louis chat room on AOL back in the day, and then we ended up going to the same college and ain't even know.
St. Louis,
Hey,
man.
you like
Small.
that.
Crazy.
That's why it's called the World Wide Web, man. You be meeting your next door neighbor for the first time.
Hmm.
Don't even know about it. I don't know. See, you was on the I ain't gonna say that you was on the light side of hopping in them chat rooms. I was just on the dark side hopping in the chat rooms. Like I ain't do nothing else but troll for women in them chat rooms.
Bruh.
Being a young kid.
Trolling
chat
for
room.
women.
Hey.
You said trolling
Hey,
for
I
women.
mean, he said trolling for women.
Trolling.
He's an early day simp. a simp of the early times.
Yeah,
Nah,
just be in there, be like
my-
asking asexual location, be getting into the conversations. Got random messages popping up, and be like, oh, who this?
Barry said he was a 21-year-old white dude named Fabio.
Nah, man, but you be asking, you be in the chat room at ASL, but the only cool part about the ASL was if you got the ASLW, which was your A6 location and webcam. Because you was only really popular in the chat room if you had a webcam. That's what everybody was like, yo.
I ain't know about that W.
Hey, hey.
What chat rooms were you in?
I told you where I was at.
He had to use that
Early days of Cam Soda.
Early days of Cam
He was
Soda.
on the onion. What you talking about?
Not the onion, bro.
Early days, like, bro, if you didn't have that W, and if that wasn't a Y, then you got passed over, guy or girl. I mean, yeah, guy or girl. Back in them,
Did you run across
Back in the day, all the girls was guys too.
yeah, that's what you start
He had
believing.
a lot of those, I heard.
Like, you just start believing somebody was playing as a girl. I'm like, hold on now. Your responses seem a little too on point.
Yeah, I stand when I pee too, but I'm still a woman.
Okay, we're not getting into that comment.
More advanced than me on the internet.
Right. Okay.
I wasn't on that.
Man, I don't know, bro. Like that, I didn't. Man, my whole thing was I couldn't really get into the internet like like I really wanted to, because we had a family computer. That mother was in the living room, so that mother was in the living room, and like everybody used it for different things. My mom was all wholesome looking up Bible verses, and then my dad was in there being a deviant and blaming it on me. And then my little sister was just now getting into the web, so it was.
And, like I said, I did all my stuff at night. Tiptoe to the computer. Tiptoe back to your room.
I couldn't even. I didn't even have no at night. But it was always somebody around, so I was like, I gotta wait till I get to college.
Nah, so
wait till I get to college.
Like I said, I did all the research.
When we got the computer, I was being a deviant too.
Hey, look, this is why I said I
got
do
viruses.
I learned it.
I played ignorance.
No, I don't know. It wasn't me.
My mom thought it was my dad.
See, it's always how your dad blame it on you, or you blame it on your dad. It's like somebody with a dick was looking at something. Somebody was, bruh.
My mother was heated because we had to go get the computer clean.
Oh man, I'm over here crying, bro.
I was going to do research on the computer. So wait, I can make my own profile and I can make my own password. Yep, next.
Yes.
I can load up my own stuff.
Big Daddy Love Muscle.
Hey, look, I was making sure everything I was doing was only on my profile. So that anything else, hey, look, scrub the websites once a day.
I didn't even know how to do all that stuff, bro. I was just if I went and looked at something that I wasn't supposed to be looking at, I just was like, I hope they don't see this. I ain't know about deleting no history, no cookies, or nothing. I'm like, bro,
it's them damn pop-ups, man.
They get you all the time. Hey, big boy, want to see some pics? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to see some pics. You click on that, your whole computer is compromised, right? Like, now I can't stop seeing pics. I don't like this no more. This ain't fun. Man,
ad pop-up block didn't work.
Right.
Pop-up block wasn't even a thing. It gave you more pop-ups. Here, download this pop-up blocker to protect you. Okay.
Right.
Man.
And why would
Dave Chappelle say, "Spam busters, bitch"?
Stand up, not stand up, but the episode of him. Episode of him walking through the internet and like, hey man, you want no, not really.
What is it?
All right, fine. I'm gonna watch it.
Y'all remember Napster?
Yeah,
of course. I got put on the Napster when I was in junior high. Yeah, junior high. I got put on.
I was a freshman. I remember that. I was a freshman in high school, and my dad, like, he had bought a CD burner for me, and I remember downloading, like, I was making mixed CDs for people and selling them for $5. And then I was, hey, Storm, you remember that flea market that was off the Rock Road station?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they used to go in there and they had the CDs that people was burning. And they was selling them 3 for 10. And I used to go in there and buy them and then reburn them and sell them at school for $10 a piece. Bro,
Hustler.
I was making bank. But I remember when
Early.
Napster got shut down, everybody started going to LimeWire.
I
And
know
Yeah.
LimeWire. Yeah.
and what was the other one? WinMX. That's the one I used. That was the one I used. But
MX, bruh. But
yeah,
going from Napster to LimeWire, I was so upset, honestly, because
yeah,
LimeWire
Napster was the stuff.
Napster was the stuff. Like, bruh, I was
Yeah.
downloading movies.
Right.
downloading movies.
Right. All that ass 17.
I had movie
Mama like,
files.
what is this? That's yours, mama. That's your glute workout video.
And this is when I look back to. This is why I had my own profile. Download videos and movies and music. Like, I miss Napster for the availability of it. And then now that everybody just be making parodies of it, like I saw it on the Proud Family. Like, I don't know what they called it on there, but they had essentially Napster on there. She didn't download 50 million songs in a day, and they came and found it, which
Oh,
was
bruh.
which was the whole spark of the whole Napster thing. So since I can say I was on that cutting edge, I was like, oh, bet, yeah, let me go over to LimeWire before Napster gets shut down. Same problem.
Man, I remember the ISPs. They used to hit you with the with that you're downloading too many packets, and like you know they send you that little fine in the mail if you kept doing it. You remember that?
No.
Wait, but I don't remember
Bruh.
that. You was
Charlie
downloading
was
hard.
hitting. Hey, Charlie,
see, that's why.
I was downloading hard.
I hate to say this. I was a privileged kid. I got internet funded by the university.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, you did. He did.
I had internet funded by the university. So
Yeah, you did.
I was one of them advanced kids in the classroom, having all the tools and slapping people across the face because I had all the tools, and they couldn't say nothing.
Man.
No, y'all go
Like-
way back.
No, that's
Yeah,
I mean, the internet go way back to when we were honestly elementary school. I'd say when
Mhm.
kids, not even kids, but when at least the internet was around. And then I have to say the plus side was since mom's worked at the university for the longest time, pops knew we just got the internet given to us essentially. We had it given to us. I think they just went out and bought a computer. So I had that plus all of whatever Microsoft was dropping at any point in time. We got that for free.
Oh, you talking about the office stuff?
All the office stuff got for free.
You was
All
in
the way
that.
up till
Man, yeah,
I guess
see,
I'm probably
you
gonna
was
say
lucky.
like 98.
Yeah. See, we had the AOL, and that was about it. And then when my old dude started his business, we had got an additional phone line for his fax machine, and then he got a business line as well. So we had 3 phone lines in the crib, and the only time we couldn't use the computer was if he was waiting on a fax, because we had a dedicated line for the computer at that point. But the problem was everybody was fighting over the computer usually. Like, we had to have set times and stuff. So I remember when I used to come home from school, like when I was in high school, I'd be the first one home. So as soon as I got to the crib, I'd get online. But I ain't have enough time to start trying to download no movies because
You can be
because
good.
I knew my mom was home in like 20 minutes, and then back in the day it took you 15 minutes to view one picture. Like,
Hey,
so I was like, bro, I ain't even gonna risk it, man. Like, I'm not risking this.
to do what you need to do, and you just gotta find. I did a lot of my stuff overnight, so I would just be the first one to wake up, go hop on the computer before
right.
school, make sure my downloads got done, move them to the files that I needed them to be in, and then went to school.
Yeah, he was too high tech, man. I ain't had much
He was
time to learn that
dedicated.
stuff, bro. I was like, man, like I
I
said,
would
if
be
I
a
get
nerd.
caught, I get caught. If he dies, he dies.
No. I had to make sure
Barry
nobody
was
was
too
getting.
dedicated. He was 007. Will was like, he
Right,
was
right.
YOLO. Will was like, fuck.
I was like, bro. I remember this dude who used to stay down the street from me. He used to come to my crib before Like he used to come to my crib. Like he had a key, so because his family had some issues. So when he would get out of school, he would go there, and he got out of school. I think it was like at 2:15, and he went to Normandy. So he was like literally right around the corner from the crib. So he got home. Like he got to my crib in like 10 minutes, you know. But see, I got out at 2:20, and it took me like an hour and a half because I went to a city school and I had to ride the bi-state back then. Yeah. So it would take me a little minute, but I remember I got to the crib one day. So Storm, I'm gonna reference something that you know something real well about when TJ walked in Clever's room with them headphones. So Barry, man, one of these dudes that lived on Storm's floor in college, he had a private room, and this dude had moved in with him, and he ain't realized that he had got the key already. So he went in. He opened the door. He was sitting in there in his room, butt naked, with some big ass headphones on, going ham on himself.
Man, I could not laugh, man. When TJ started laughing, I was like, "What is going on?" He's like, "Come look at this motherfucker." I'm like, "Damn."
Bro, look at this. Nah, I'm good.
I came in the house, man. This nigga was sitting at my computer in my house, sitting at my family's computer, looking at some damn Latina porn.
Oh God!
With his dick out, and I was just like, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He like, I ain't know you was gonna get home that fast. I was like, that doesn't matter. Go home and jack off, nigga. You can jack it off in my house for it. That's nasty as fuck. Get your ass out of here. And I told my dad, he was like, he ain't coming back in here. Motherfucker jacking off in my house. Oh man.
Oh God.
Oh bro.
Sometimes when you got a time crunch, you gotta expedite things.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro. See, they ain't got to worry about this no more, man, because everybody got smartphones now. They just go in the corner and beat off. They'll be sitting in nobody's family room, you know.
I guess bring back those days.
It's like to have your own phone now. Now you ain't got to be in the local area. You can just go to your room.
You hear me? You just go to a solitary corner and just shoot one out real quick and get back to business. Like back in the day, you had to warm up and load up and all that stuff.
Like you had to make sure that was the one you wanted to watch. You had to wait for the buffer to catch up.
It took you 3 hours to watch a 5-minute video.
Doing the mouse circles on the page and see if it helped expedite the load.
And then a little line dropping real slow. Yeah. Like, oh man.
You'd be like, all right, if I seen this video before, let me skip to this part real quick. I ain't gotta wait no more.
Man, on a less devious side, man, I used to go to this website where people used to upload their artwork. It was called CGI Realm, and like people used to draw like video game characters and comic book characters and stuff in their own style. And I remember going to that all the time and like, just like putting some of my stuff up there. But I used to have to go to the library and scan it because like, we didn't have camera phones or like all that. We didn't have scanners, so I used to go to the library and it was 20 cents a scan. I used to go there with like $2 and scan all my artwork and then email it to myself and then go home and then download it, and it took like 45 minutes to get on my pages because they was high res, what they call high res back then. Yeah. I'm like, man, I remember that, bro, and they used to upload the stuff. I'm like, now you got people drawing directly on the computer. I could draw directly on the computer and just pull it over to the websites I want to show them. I'm like, bro, the struggle, man. We had. I think that's why we was more excited about getting on the internet because it wasn't readily available all the time.
I would say it definitely came out to innovation. It either made you way more determined to make sure that whatever you wanted to do, you got it done. Yeah. Because you couldn't just be readily available.
Waiting around.
Yeah, like right now, it's like, all right, immediate gratification. Let me click this button. I ain't got to wait 50 years.
Exactly. Like, look, it's immediate. Like even Google took like 3 minutes to pull up back in the day.
So you knew clicking that Internet Explorer button or What else was there? I think it was just Internet Explorer or Safari
or AOL
or
or the
AOL,
AOL browser.
and you knew the time frame it took you. So you knew that you could walk to your computer, click that button, still walk to the kitchen, make you a sandwich, get you a cup of
Yeah,
drink,
pop some
get you something to
popcorn.
drink, come
Yep.
back. Still got about a minute left on that load. Like
It
you
was a
knew,
marathon, bro. It was literally you log in onto the internet. You go click, fill out your password, hit sign on. You go pee, come back. Like you said,
you don't even
get
come
some
back. You just
food.
look over at the screen, see if he's all right. I'm still
Yeah, you hear the modem out there making this robot sound and everything, and then right when it was done, you still have about 2 more minutes of loading time. So,
like
like,
you
bro,
just like all right. You
I think
walked in the
that
house from school, got on the internet, put everything up, changed clothes, turn the TV on if you was turning the TV on, got your stuff ready, settled down, all before it loaded up.
yep,
I think the main thing is they won't ever fully understand or appreciate that pressure of getting caught by your parents. That's always
I
looming
mean,
over.
I'm
That's
gonna
just
have to
that
go
pressure.
with it's a little less now on getting caught by
It's
your parents.
a lot of less.
oh, a lot less,
So
a lot less, man. You could take your phone in the bathroom and act like you taking a dump now.
they got
It's
iPhone
true.
11 or 12. You can go in your room. At least everybody got their own room now.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
you was
Once,
in the
once
family
phones
room
got
Right.
once
trying
phones got
trying to
high
suppress
speed,
adolescent urges.
yeah. Once phones got this high speed, you ain't have to worry about nothing else no more.
Right. So,
You just wait for it to load up on your phone.
And
Go
I
to
mean,
whatever
that's the
you're gonna
thing,
do.
bro. The internet now that it brought a lot of things that the younger generation will not understand. Like you said, instant gratification, man. Back when we used to watch our television shows, man, we had to wait every week to watch them. We had to
right.
we watching Power Rangers. We want to see the new one. We had to wait.
You
It wasn't no
had to make
it
sure
wasn't no
you
like put
listen.
next. It was
Up
it was
next.
wait.
Out
Yeah.
on the 7th. All right, when's the 7th? All
hmm
right, next Monday. Okay, same time. All right,
But
so that
see,
means I ain't gotta watch TV for the rest of the week. I can go do
and
something else.
I think that's why we enjoyed our shows more than they do now too, because we literally had it was like a event for us. We were like, oh, we got to block off this time to watch this show. It's about to go down. So you got done watching and you was happy. You was like, yeah, but now they like, I don't want to watch this anymore. I've seen it all. I'm like,
You
I
know,
think
like,
y'all don't understand it.
I think
hey,
we
look,
really
I have to say that, like, so, I'll use this. So if you watch your anime and you know that you gotta wait, like on Crunchyroll, I had it straight set. I knew what came out on Monday, what came out on Tuesday, what came out on Wednesday. So I'd watch it for the week, and then I'd still have to wait another week to watch my new show. You get a series on Netflix. Netflix dropped that whole thing. They were like, "Yeah, we ain't waiting on nothing. We just gonna
Right, you just
give it
watch
to
the
you all
whole
right now.
thing.
You can
Yeah,
binge watch this whole thing. All right. So now that you did that, now what? I still have a week
yeah.
to wait.
And
You
see,
just done with it now. So
I like, I've always been the kind of person, man, I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting for the next one to come out because like I said, it's that anticipation. It makes you like, man, I can't wait to see what happens next. But some of them other shows you watch and be like, I'm gonna figure out what happens next in like 5 seconds when it starts up, and it's
yeah,
just like there's no,
like
yeah,
and
it's,
like
but
there was no hold. Like it didn't hold you enough. Like they got
nah,
it so you could binge watch. And I'm like, oh, I
mm-hmm,
don't want to though. I gotta wait to watch my anime. I'm hooked
yeah,
on waiting on watching Food Wars right now. My Crunchyroll
yeah,
was messing up. COVID is killing me right now on my anime.
bro.
COVID,
It is, man. It's only fuck you, COVID.
bruh.
Oh
I'm
man.
on a drought on trying to watch stuff, but it makes me like that anticipation that I have for waiting for my stuff to come out, waiting for my shows to drop is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I'm gonna need y'all to hurry up. Y'all making me have to go on anger strikes. Like, I gotta
I'm
start
with you
playing
too.
fighting games just to release these things.
I got a favorite show on Netflix called Kingdom. It's dope. It's
Oh yeah,
about
I started watching that. I think I'm like 4 episodes into it.
I watched
Man, please don't start telling me about new shows, man. I'm like
It's not
12
new.
shows behind.
It's not new.
No,
That's the
COVID
I'm
thing.
talking
messing
about new to
up.
me. I'm talking about stuff that I ain't watching yet.
Oh, you
Watch
don't know.
Kingdom on Netflix, man. That's the show. Kingdom and
I just
try to watch Godfather of Harlem.
got done
Oh,
watching
is that
Hannibal recently.
Godfather of Harlem? Is that still on Apple or
I know it's
Amazon or wherever?
Epic
Oh, it's
TV
on Epic.
network.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can find that because I wanted to watch that. I kind of like Bumpy Johnson.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the fact that he got shot, but I mean, not shot. He died of a heart attack, but still.
Yeah.
But
Man.
it concludes to me. I think we just we the bridge generation. Well, the last of the old school and the beginning of the new school. So we got to take that with a grain of salt here and there. So we the bridge generation.
I like that, man. That's gonna be our new tagline for Black Potion.
We the bridge generation.
The bridge generation.
That sounds like a good one. Y'all heard it here first. We bridging the gap, y'all. We the 80s, 90s babies. We came up with it all. We got the best of every single thing. So anything before the 80s, y'all. We got it all.
We had the analog life and the digital life. So
yeah, we were that bridge. We were spoiled, as y'all heard throughout these conversations.
You were spoiled.
Shut it.
You were spoiled. You had time to beat off in your living room.
Only do the proper planning, sir.
While we walk around with food stamps looking like Monopoly money.
Proper planning affords you that opportunity as well. So in the meantime, y'all, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to bring it to a close today. Shout out to everybody that's been able to be a part of this experience with us. We doing numbers. We ain't doing amazing numbers, but we doing numbers. This man over here playing with fire. I'm going to laugh as his beer catch on fire.
I knew you was doing that over there. I kept
hearing bro, come on now. You told him you don't hear a lighter click.
I knew he was doing it over there. I was like,
I got ADD, man. You know, I got to do something. I don't got my fidget spinner.
So as we wrap this up, make sure you check out our social links. We are very active on Twitter and Instagram. Check us out on Tumblr. We got a bunch of stuff up, some artwork, sir. I'm going to need you to start loading up artwork to Tumblr or Pinterest.
Yeah, we had a Tumblr.
We got Pinterest.
I know we had a Tumblr. What's going on here?
We got Pinterest. Upload artwork to Pinterest.
Oh, Pinterest. Gotcha.
Yeah, upload that artwork. Storm, make sure you upload snippets of stuff to the Patreon page. We got a Patreon page, Black Potion Crew, SoundCloud, Black Potion Crew. Check us out. This video will be up.
Teespring.
Teespring.com. You see I'm rocking the merch as always. Check me out on Twitch. I got the merch on all streams. But as I run out of shameless promotions for all of our stuff, that's about it. So get off my yard.
Zip it up.
And zip it out. Zippity doo. Bye bye now.
Adios, muchachos.